Welcome back to Headspace in the Halls. I'm your host, Ashton, and today I am joined by my lovely co-host, Amanda! Everybody say hi, Amanda!
Hi!
Hi!
How are you?
I'm doing good, how are you?
I'm good.
Yeah, so today's topic is, obviously we talked about this, communication. The
Yes.
importance of communication in interpersonal relationships, and honestly, I feel like that is such a not talked about topic because mental health already is so not talked about enough, and I hate that. So that's why I started this podcast,
Right.
because mental health has been a struggle for me my entire life, and I feel like you can kind of relate to that.
Yeah, definitely.
I want to preface this to everybody and the audience. I am by no means a mental health professional. Take what I say with a grain of salt, please. If you actually do need to speak to a therapist, the Kane Wellness Center. If you don't go to Kane, Google.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There are tons of resources available. They're just one Google away, and if you need help, chat GPT, man. I don't know.
I don't know about trusting AI for
That's true.
therapy.
That's true.
But like I said before in my very first podcast, therapy is definitely not for everybody. So if you have a friend or somebody that you really, really trust, that you maybe even have a partner, I would definitely say talking to them about certain things. Because I have a lot of friends that I trust, like, I would trust my life with them. And they make me feel comfortable enough to talk about whatever to them, and they wouldn't judge me, they wouldn't do anything about it, you know?
Yeah.
So that's kind of where the communication comes in. So for me personally, I've had issues with communication before. Not that I can't communicate. I can communicate. I love when somebody comes up to me. You've actually said this to me. You have actually said this to me. You told me, can we have a conversation about this? And that was literally the best moment of my life. Because what do you mean you want to have a conversation with me about this issue that we're having? That is amazing. Yes, of course we can have a conversation about this. And that honestly sounds so bad, the fact that I'm saying that out loud, because it basically means that I've never actually gotten an opportunity to properly communicate with someone.
That's okay, because here's the issue. A lot of people don't know how to properly communicate with other people. As a communications major, we have to take interpersonal communications and small group communications, and I just finished small group communications. Today was our last day, and we were talking about how the longer that you know someone and the longer that you're in a group together, the more that you bond and it's easier to communicate. Because in the beginning, while we were literally just meeting each other, we were like, so what do you guys want to do? So what do you guys think?
So real.
But by the end, we're like, I got this part, you got this part, and we're going to rock this presentation. And that's exactly what we did. And as the semester went on, we would talk about body language and verbal and nonverbal communication and things like that, and what makes a good leader. So all of these different things, this is in a group setting, but all of these different things are so important to communication, whether you're a boss or a friend or a teacher or whatnot.
I feel like communication is one of the most important things in any type of relationship, whether it's a friendship, relationship, you're dating somebody, this is your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your partner, whoever. What's another one? Marriage. Engage. And a lot of people say that during the stages of a relationship, so everybody knows the three, is it? Three stages?
3 stages?
Four
I
stages?
It was 7.
Girl. I thought it was 7. So,
okay.
What, talking off the top of my head, the honeymoon stage, nothing can go wrong. Everything is sunshine and rainbows. This is your person. You are going to marry this person.
Mm-hmm.
Right after that, the argument stage.
Yeah.
3-4 months in, you start realizing the person that they actually are. Things start getting real. Things start getting intense. And that's when arguments start coming up, because then your opinions start coming out more. Because now you're comfortable enough with the person that you're with to be like, I'm going to say what I think.
Right.
And I don't really care what you think, type thing. And everybody says that you should always, always, always communicate. And that is the only way to get out of the argument stage in a healthy way. Because a lot of people end the relationship in the argument stage because of the fact that it's so hard to get out of.
Right.
And that honestly hurts me so bad to think about. Like, you're ending a relationship with someone because you can't talk about your feelings.
Right.
And I know for a lot of, speaking from personal experience, my friends have actually said this to me. My male friends, my biologically male friends have said this to me, that they find it very hard to talk about their feelings because their entire lives they've been taught to hold it back, hold it in, don't let it out. Be a man, suck it up. Yeah. And I hate that idea so much, because why is it the fact that you have testosterone in your system, you have to suck it up?
Right.
You need to be able to communicate that with your partner, because chances are your partner probably wants to hear what you are thinking. And if you guys are having an argument and emotions are heightened, anger is one of the worst emotions when you are talking to the person that you love. And you always have to remember, it is you two against the problem together.
Right.
Not you two against each other and the problem is kind of just like a side piece. I hate that so much. I hate when I'm arguing with someone and they're going against me.
Right.
We're friends.
It's like,
why are you going against me?
Here's the thing with anger, and it's that it takes over sometimes. So I'm not like a trained psychologist or anything, but from personal experience, the best thing to do is just honestly be like, I'm really angry right now. I need like 5 minutes. And to just breathe and just sit with that anger, and maybe just like, if you gotta punch a pillow, punch a pillow. But like,
do not take your anger out on the person that you love.
Or the walls.
Or, yeah, like, don't hurt yourself, of course.
Right. And then come back to it when you're calm.
Sometimes screaming into a pillow actually really does help.
Yeah.
It sounds so stupid, but it really does help.
It really does. Like, it's kind of crazy like that.
It's kind of crazy like that. I love the fact that something so simple and seemingly childish is so helpful.
It is.
Sometimes I take a walk around my living room. Yeah. The, like, circumference that my living room is not a circle.
Right. No, it is circumference. It's the perimeter.
The perimeter.
Yes. No, because the circumference is the circle, and then the thing that goes out, because it's like the middle, and then, is that the radius?
That's the radius.
That's the radius. Wait, then what's the circumference?
Why are we talking about geometry?
I don't know. Back to the perimeter of the square. Rectangle. Living room.
So basically, I have a carpet in my living room. I have an area rug in my living room, and I walk around that. It's a square. Rectangle.
Rectangles are long, squares all equal on all four sides.
Yes. So rectangle, it's a rectangle, and I just walk around that when I'm mad, when I'm angry. If I'm angry at my parents, well, that's a different story, because I can't exactly escape them, so I just kind of go in my room and I cry it out. And that's another thing. Crying is so healthy.
It, like, relieves the body of, like, so much pain. So, like, if you have to cry, just cry.
Like, crying is okay. Crying is okay, Amanda.
Crying is okay. You can cry.
You always tear up in front of me, and I'm like,
do.
Please just let it out. If you need to let it out, please just let it out.
It's funny because sometimes I'll tear up, but then not want to actually cry.
Oh, no, I have severe anxiety to crying in front of people. So if I cry in front of you, you mean the absolute world to me, because I feel comfortable enough that anxiety just goes poof, and I can cry to you. But that anxiety came from my parents making fun of me and being like, oh, I'm going to give you something to cry about. And I feel like a lot of my South Americans and maybe even my Caribbeans can relate to that, because that is something that a lot of Caribbean parents say. Like, I have Caribbean friends, of course, and they've told me, my parents say that to me too, and I'm like, I'm with you on that one, buddy. I feel really bad too. so pretty.
You're so pretty.
You're so pretty.
Oh my gosh. Love the communication that we're both so pretty. Oops.
Oops. This is live, Amanda. This
Bruh.
is live. We need to chill.
We need to chill.
So for those of you who don't know, Heather Day was yesterday.
Yes, it was.
And I don't think anybody in this has ever seen my sweater. But Amanda's actually wearing my sweater. And for those of you who don't know what Heather Day is, basically, I have something in my eye. Basically, I have something in my eye.
That's what sweater day is. Having things in your eyes.
So Heather Day was created by Conan Gray. He's a singer. He's great. We love him. And he wrote this song called Heather, where he's basically talking about, what is it? Like,
you gave
he's
me
like,
your sweater.
No, like the song is about he's in love with somebody, and that
they're in
somebody
love with
is
another
in love
person.
with somebody else, and that is like so sad.
Yeah.
And the song is very sad, but I definitely recommend you listening to it. It's on all platforms, and basically one of the lyrics, and this is where Heather Day became like a thing, is I still remember the 3rd of December. Me in your sweater. You said it looked better on me than it
Hang
did
on, we're
you.
gonna get copyrighted.
Right.
Right.
Don't want to get copyrighted.
Not by him.
Not by Conan Gray.
Not by Conan Gray. I almost called him Connor Gray.
Connor. No. That don't fit.
No, it does not. But you wanna know what does fit? Your sweater.
That was smooth.
I know!
That was nice. I like that.
Thank you.
So that's why like the 3rd of December is known as Heather Day or Sweater Day.
It's also my grandpa's birthday.
That is so funny.
Yeah.
Sweater Day is your grandpa's birthday.
Yeah.
Happy birthday to Amanda's grandpa. Everybody
Happy
say happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Grandpa. He's not gonna watch this.
He is not gonna watch this. No, because I was actually telling my friend so we took her out. So 2 of my friends took our shared friend, our mutual friend out for her 21st birthday, 20th. Since, if you're watching this, I totally remember that that was your 20th birthday. I totally did not have to ask you like a week before that if that was your 20th birthday. And we totally have not been friends for like a year.
Be like.
You are horrible to me. I love you. I'm sorry.
I love you too.
I love you. I'm sorry. That's a song by Gracie Abrams.
Oh.
And it's basically saying that I love you. I'm sorry. Like, I'm sorry that I love you.
Stop it. That is so cute.
Definitely recommend you listen to it when you get home because, wow.
I might listen to it in the car.
Oh, yeah, because you have half an hour drive home.
I do have a half an hour drive home.
Okay, anyway.
Anyway.
I feel like the what are we conversation comes up a lot between friends in general.
Friends.
Like, over this past summer, the what are you conversation came up between me and another person. And I'm not going to say who that person is because I don't mean to name drop. But I feel like once I start talking about it, and if by some miracle they watch this, they're going to know that I'm talking about them. And, no hard feelings, no nothing. I'm going to try not to get emotional here. But the what are we conversation came up so much. And that's when boundaries were established. And I feel like that's also part of communication, where you need to establish boundaries with people. Because everybody has lines that they do not want you to cross. And if you cross them, that makes you a bad person. Because why are you crossing other people's boundaries? Like, there's no need for that.
Exactly.
I always say, this is what I live by. So the first thing that I live by is you only live once, so just do whatever you want.
Right.
Live life and, obviously think about the consequences.
Yes.
Because there are consequences to certain things. So don't go too crazy.
No.
Like me. I've done some pretty interesting things in my life. Like, for example, we were ATVing.
Very cool.
With my cousins in Mexico.
Very cool.
And he was like, in the middle of the path, and I told him, why don't you just, like, go to the edge, like, closer to the edge to get that adrenaline kicking? And for some odd reason, he listened to me. We were, like, literally, our wheel, if it went an inch further, we would be off the ledge.
Oh my god.
But it got the adrenaline kicking.
Yeah.
And it was so much fun. And then we went back on the main road, and everybody on the, like, all the locals were watching us drive by in our little ATVs. Like, what the hell are they doing?
I went on a roller coaster once.
How was that?
Amazing.
It was good?
Yeah.
We
I've
love
actually
that.
been on multiple roller coasters.
Oh, you like roller
I
coasters?
rode King Ka once.
Oh, how was that?
I thought I was gonna, like, have a heart attack. Like, I'm not even joking. It was that fast, and I couldn't breathe for a minute while it was going up because of how fast it is. But now they took it down, or they're taking it down. So
In the process, I think.
they're in the process of, like, shutting it down. So, but yeah, it's fast. It's like faster than you think it'll be.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I don't
I
like
also have a severe heart condition, for those who don't know. Just thought I'd throw that out there,
I'm
you
so
know?
sorry for laughing, but that
No,
is
it's
like
okay.
really funny that you just like, let me just plug this in real
Let me just plug.
Let me just put a
No.
pin in this.
No, I was gonna plug my hospital, but then I was like, let me not do that. Let me not do that.
Shout out to Amanda's hospital for saving their life.
Woo!
Whoop whoop.
Anyway, communication.
Communication, right.
Between, what are we? What are we conversation
The what are we conversation
is always a difficult conversation, especially in the world that we live in right now with the situationships. And
like situationships are becoming so much more normalized, and I honestly hate that because why? Like, what is that? For
It's
those
like-
who do like situationships, I don't hold anything against you. It's just personally for me, I don't understand
it's just,
it.
like, I don't get it. Like, if you want to be with that person, you should want to be with that person. It's not
Like fully, it's not like a 50-50, like,
yeah.
I kind of want to be with you, but I kind of just want to be friends with you. Friends with
Right.
benefits. I could do a whole episode on that.
We
I
really could.
swear. It's like, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like that. I don't like that
Me
at all.
neither,
It's
me
either you
neither.
want to be with me for the rest of your life or you
Or you
don't want to be with me at all.
Yeah.
It's all or nothing with me. And I know
Mhm.
some people think that's way too extreme and I should chill out a lot with that,
No.
but I do not care.
Well, as long as you communicate that with the people that you're seeing, then it's fine. you
Yeah.
know?
And I tell people, I'm a huge communicator. I tell people right off the bat, I show people the worst sides of me first, because another piece of advice for the audience here, show them your worst first, because if they can't accept you at your worst, they sure as hell do not deserve you at your best.
I'm just thinking about that. Only if it, like, comes up.
What do
Because
you
you
mean?
don't want to be like, how do you do that? How do you show your worst first?
Well, I tell them my past, because for me, my past is something that I am not proud of. So that's why I'm working so hard now to make my future something that I am proud of.
Gotcha.
My past, I can't change it.
Mm-hmm.
If they were to build a time machine where you can go back into the past and change your past, I would not do anything, because my past led me to where I am now.
Right.
And while it's not something that I like to talk about often, it's definitely not something that I'm proud of. It still led me to where I am now, and all the opportunities that I have now happen because of my past.
Right.
Because if I go back in time and I decided that I wasn't going to eat that cookie on that random Thursday night, my entire future could be screwed up.
Yeah.
Because the past shapes you into who you are today.
Mm-hmm.
And then your present self shapes you into the future. And like Ever After High, I don't know if you've ever seen that.
Vaguely. I've seen a few episodes.
It's like, write your own story. You are control of your own story, you know?
Okay.
Like Raven Queen's whole thing is, I want to be in charge of my own story.
Cool.
Cool.
That sounds like a very, like, kind of like Monster High.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because Raven Queen plays a huge role in Snow White's story. Raven Queen is essentially the evil queen who poisons Snow White, and that's how Snow White finds her prince. Now, Raven Queen decided, I don't want to be the evil witch.
Mm-hmm.
I want to write my own destiny.
That makes sense. That's what is that? Descendants as well. Yeah.
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 I don't want to be a fragment of my mother. And I just realized this. Evie, evil queen.
Yeah.
Jafar, son Jay.
Yeah.
Carlos, mother Cruella de Vil.
Yeah.
Maleficent, daughter Mal.
Yeah.
But then we're just forgetting about the other parent in that situation. Because Mal's
Right.
father is
Hades.
Hades.
Sorry if we totally just spoiled the Descendants trilogy for you.
Right.
Or I guess there's a fourth one now.
Is there?
Yeah.
Rise of Red.
Yeah.
Rise of Red is kind of the fourth
It's like weirdly the fourth one because
one? Weird.
like they had the main three trilogy. And then here's the thing. Here's why I don't like, I don't know if this has to do with communication at all, but here's why I don't like that they made a fourth one and that China McClain is in it as well. Who plays Uma.
We love Uma.
We do love Uma. I'm blanking on his name, and I'm blanking on the character name. Son of Cruella de Vil.
Carlos.
The
Cameron
actor,
Boyce.
Cameron Boyce, thank you. Cameron Boyce unfortunately passed away right before the third movie came out.
And that is so sad.
So sad.
I remember
then they
seeing
went
that
on-
post, and I just like, it was almost like when Liam Payne unfortunately passed as well. It was like, I just logged onto Instagram one random day, and I saw that Liam Payne passed away, and I was like, this has to be satire.
Yeah.
That was my initial reaction, and it was like, my entire childhood just dropped.
Yeah.
Because I grew up on One Direction. I love all of their songs, and honestly, on my date with you, that's when I listened to Liam Payne for the first time since everything. And I don't want to get too much into it because, you know, I don't want to make anybody get emotional, but you said that you don't know if this has anything to do with communication. I also feel like communication is talking about your feelings.
Yeah.
Expressing your feelings
Definitely.
openly and honestly in a healthy way. And communication can honestly make or break a relationship.
It really can.
If you don't communicate, you broke a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
Because all you had to do was just use your words.
Mm-hmm.
And for those of you out there who be like, I don't know how to use my words. English composition class. High school
but that's
English.
very like essay writing. Like that's very much like read the book, read the other book, write a comparison. That's
Yeah.
not like sitting down and being like, listen, I have to talk to you. Because that's really scary and really difficult for some people.
I honestly like have a mini heart attack whenever somebody says we need to talk.
Yeah.
Like if somebody
I'm like, Mom, are you breaking up with me?
Mom, are you like sending me off for adoption?
Stop it. That is so funny.
Mom, are you putting me up for adoption? Mom, are you sending me to boarding school? Don't send me back there. My mom's probably gonna see this and she's gonna be like, "Oh, yeah, what are you talking about?"
That's crazy.
Because my mom doesn't know me by Ashton. Yeah.
It's okay.
That's also trust.
Yeah.
Because when you communicate with someone, that kind of helps you build trust with that person.
Mm-hmm.
And if you can't build trust, this is something that I also said to my friend actually Monday.
Mm-hmm.
No foundation means no building.
Yeah.
So whether it's a friendship, a marriage, an engagement, anything like that, no foundation, you cannot build on that.
Right.
If you don't have a foundation, what are you building on? Dirt? That's actually a song. I forgot who it's by, so I'm not gonna like sing it, but it's called Buy Dirt, I think.
Okay.
And it's basically talking about you should build a house with the person that you love.
Look it up on Spotify.
Look it up on Spotify.
Or Apple Music, or whatever you use.
YouTube, probably.
YouTube.
Because I do that a lot when I, like, want to figure out a song. Like, I once typed in a melody, like the into the search bar of YouTube, and it came up.
Wow.
I don't remember the words.
Oh.
And I speak Spanish.
Right.
And the song was in Spanish. But I don't know how to, like, turn Spanish words into, like, English spelling-ish.
Sure.
Like, I know how to speak Spanish. I just don't know how to read or write it.
Okay.
And that's also really interesting because I know how to speak Arabic, but I can read and write Arabic better than I can speak it fluently.
Oh, wow.
So with Spanish, I can speak Spanish fluently. And with Arabic, I can read and write it fluently, but speaking it is a whole different level.
Dang.
So I'm multilingual.
That's really cool. So you could communicate multiple languages. That's awesome.
Yeah. And I get talking about your feelings is like a really scary thing because I get scared to talk about my feelings. Like,
because it's the fear of rejection. You don't know if they're going to be like, oh, yeah, I understand. Or if they're going to be like, what do you mean? Why did I do that?
yeah.
When did I do that? Yeah.
And I've also lost friends over miscommunications or just lack of communication in general, and that honestly breaks my heart so much because we could have still been friends to this day if people had just communicated with me.
Yeah.
And if something bothers you, please communicate it.
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah.
I know it's scary. I know it's hard. But sometimes you need to have those hard conversations to get a better relationship with that person.
Yeah.
And I feel like I am good with my words in the sense that I said this in my first episode of my podcast, that I write short stories for fun. I read books in my free time. I'm a huge book nerd. Chances are you will, if you're walking by on campus somewhere, like, you will find my nose in a book. And if I'm reading, don't feel scared or anything, come up and talk to me. I will talk to you back. I will put my bookmark in and talk to you because I just love talking to people. I'm a yapper. I always have something to say. Like earlier, we met up with Hayden, and Hayden was doing Hayden's question of the day. And oh my God, shout out to you, Hayden. That is the cutest thing I've ever seen.
That was actually so funny. And I was like, this is such a great way to, like, talk to people.
Like, that's such a great conversation starter.
Yeah, right?
So, like, Hayden would probably just go up to some random person and be like, hello, my name is Hayden, and I do this thing. It's called Hayden's question of the day, and I just wanted to ask you this question. And I'm like, Hayden came up to us and just asked us that. You know, Hayden and I have spoken in passing, but, like, would I actually consider us friends? Yes, now.
Right.
Now, yes. Sure. Before, like, closer to the beginning of the semester, probably not, because I only spoke to them in passing, like I said. But that was just, like, so funny. Like, that little interaction that we had, like, right outside the room here, it was, like...
Yeah. It was just so creative as well.
I love that. And, like, Hayden was so giddy about it, too. And that was,
You
like...
could tell that they were excited.
And that was, like, I love that! You're giddy, no, I'm giddy!
Right?
I'm giddy over a question of the day!
Right?
So, yeah. What about, like, you? Do you have any, my dad's calling me.
Oh. It's alright.
Because it's 6 o'clock. Oh, it's after 6 o'clock. That's probably why he's calling me, because I'm late. But it's fine. We'll finish up.
Okay.
Yeah. So, do you have any, like, interpersonal experiences with communication, or?
I go to therapy, so I talk a lot to my therapist, which you should do in therapy. And my therapist is wonderful. She's very kind. She's very sweet. But I'll be like, I have this problem.
Shout out to Amanda's therapist.
Shout out to my therapist. But I'll be like, I have this problem, and I don't know what to do about it. And then they'll be like, okay, how do you want to feel? And I'm like,
That is interesting.
I'm like, I want to... And then I'll just sit there for a minute. I'll be like, how do I want to feel?
How do I want to take
I'll
this?
be like, I want to feel... Because my instant reaction is like, I want to feel good. I want to feel happy. I want to feel fine. But then it's like you go deeper, and it's like, I want to feel comfortable enough to whether it be like talk to someone about this or to speak my mind about something or something like that. It's like I want to just feel comfortable within myself, you know? And that's honestly what it comes down to. And my therapist is like, okay, how do we get there? I'm like, that's what you're supposed to tell me.
But the whole point of therapy is for your therapist to help you think for yourself.
Yes.
Because my therapist always used to tell me, my job here is for you to not need me anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why they ask you, how do we get there? Let me help you get there, Dad. You need to stop spam calling. Oh, my mother is calling me now.
Oh, wow.
Lord,
Dang.
Lord have mercy on my soul. Every time this thing vibrates, I mini heart attack. Oh, now I'm stuttering on my words because my parents are calling me and being annoying about it.
It's okay. It's okay.
Because my dad said that he'll come at 6, and it's now, what is it, 6:16, and I'm not outside, and I'm not texting back because my phone's over there.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why, oh my God. I will talk about this later with you.
You got it.
But earlier, like, before we started, like, recording, we were actually talking
Mm-hmm.
about, okay, what are we?
What are we? Where are we?
Where are we? What are we?
How do we define different things?
Yeah, like,
Within, like, relationship stuff.
like, what is to you, what is an infatuation stage? What is a friendship stage?
What's the talking stage? Is there a dating stage? Things
Is
like
there a dating stage?
Is there a dating
Is
stage?
it boyfriend and girlfriend stage? What is it? Who is texting me? My mom is asking me where I am, almost like she's outside.
All right, we got the helicopter hand. That means wrap it up.
We got the helicopter hand?
We got the helicopter hand.
I did not see the helicopter hand.
Don't worry, that's what I'm here for.
Love that.
Alrighty.
Love that. Okay, how are we
Yeah.
wrapping this up?
Thank you guys for watching.
Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you tune in next week on Kane TV. I will see you next Wednesday. Ta-ta.
Bye-bye.